Hey guys, it's Sprout here, and welcome back to another Badlanders video. Now, as you know, background cough, as you know, in the last video I did an ADS AR17, basically how to make a perfect one. So, in this video, I've now made an AR17 for hipfire. Now, this is the perfect build for it, exactly the ones you need. Of course, this one actually has a golden drum mag on, so it's technically a bit better than the other one. But it is my personal preference to do hipfire than it is for ADS, especially when I'm rushing people and fighting in and out buildings, stuff like that. It does pay you to have that extra quickness. And there is an important difference between this one and the other one and that is frontal conflict, which negates your ADS completely and doesn't allow you to use it. Now, before I get into the video, I must again say there is a current invite giveaway going on the Discord channel, so if you do want to get involved in that, just click the link in the video description, join my Discord server, go to giveaway, and then you can see what's going on. There's also monthly giveaways as well, and of course discussion. You can talk to people, you can group up, you can talk to me, anything you want. Anyway, so let's get into it. So this is the AR17 I've made. It's got a CE rating of 7,043. I go to fitting. Now, I'll start at one side. Now, obviously, you only need the muzzle one, but I couldn't find any on the auction house at the time when I made this gun. So obviously, it's got a muzzle and grip, but the grip doesn't actually do anything whatsoever. But that's all I could put on. So we'll go in order here. Now, I've went for the blue universal because I only actually need 2 of the stats that go with the universal grip. So that is frontal conflict, obviously reduce hip fire scatter and horizontal recoil by 20%, but scoping will be forbidden. So this basically, your scope button on your screen when you've got this attached to your gun will have a big red cross through it, and you can't click it or anything. It's still there on the screen, but you can't use it. And of course, I used stabilizer for increased alignment speed of aiming point by 25%. I'm not 100% what that means, but I think it's something to do with the bullets staying closer to where you're aiming. So anyway, so the next one is the accurate stock. I've went for the purple one because that's obviously had both stats on, which is the lateral rib fit. The hip fire no longer reduces movement speed, so you can run at your regular speed while shooting, which is obviously, pardon me, ideal if you're strafing or even if you're rushing someone, or indeed if you are walking backwards while shooting someone. It's all doable with this on. Weighted stock, reduce movement speed when holding guns by 3%, and reduce hipfire vertical recoil by 12%. The vertical recoil is the main one with hipfire that you want to reduce, so this is like massively important. And obviously the movement speed when holding guns being reduced is also quite important. Now let's go with the drum mag. Now this is the one that's going to cost you a bit of money, because I think this one costs us about 20 to 30,000 cash. I mean, if you've got plenty of cash, it's not going to be much off your back, but if you're a bit struggling and stuff, you might want to negate a couple of these to start with. So I went for longer magazine, increase maximum magazine capacity by 15%, and reduce reloading speed by 15%. So obviously you can shoot for longer with more bullets, and you take less time to reload, which is obviously better for confrontations. Ammo belt, increase reloading speed by 50% when magazine is not empty. I don't actually know why I put that on. I really thought that said decrease, but I mean, obviously if you're going to shoot your whole barrel, that doesn't make any sense actually. I could have sworn that said decrease, but never mind. Right, no, forget about ammo belt. I will try and take that off eventually, but yeah, whatever. Burst and bullet, when the shot destroys the enemy's defensive gear, it will deal additional damage to the enemy, equivalent to 50% of the firearm damage. So basically, when you're shooting someone and the armor breaks, say your gun does 50 damage, the second the armor breaks, it'll automatically do 25 damage. So that's a fourth of the health bar took off straight away. It'll be easier to kill people once you broke the armor. Next, we'll go for the muzzle break. Now, most people will go for a suppressor, but suppressor I find is better for ADS. You're shooting from cover, you don't want to give away your position. With hipfire, you're running and gunning, you're being very aggressive, so I don't see the point in using a suppressor at this point. So muzzle break offers a bit more hands-on attachment stats to your hipfire gameplay anyway. Airtight chamber, increase firearm damage by 5%. Obviously, do more damage, better all around. Floating barrel, reduce the initial scatter range of firearms by 6%. Obviously, with hipfire, you want your bullets to be as accurate as possible, so the less scatter, the better. Destructive shooting, increase the depletion rate to the enemy defensive gear durability by 50%. So obviously, falling back to the last one, drum mag with a bursting barrel, this one will basically make armor die quicker, essentially. So obviously, very important. Now, I've put a red dot on this. Now, you're going to say, well, you can't use the ADS, so why put a red dot on? But the important part of this is the stats on the red dot site still affect your gun, regardless if you can ADS or not. That's why I picked up the ones that don't affect it. Yes, weakness hit is there, and it does offer increased headshot damage when scoping, but I couldn't find a red dot that just had the other two on at the time, so I had to get that one. There might be one on the auction house now, but at the time when I was making the gun, I couldn't find one that just had life monitor and status scanning on. But obviously, if you know from the last video, I mentioned these two with weakness analysis, but display the specific damage value when shooting enemies. Always helpful to know how much damage you're doing at whatever range, and display the enemy's combat parameters for 2 seconds after the shot hits the enemy. So you can see how much armor he's got left. You can see what armor he's got on. You know what I mean? Just to better prepare yourself for the rest of the battle. Now, guys, I'm not going to be giving this one away in this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the giveaway up on Discord. So if you do want to win this specific AR17, make sure you join the Discord server, and I will be posting the competition very, very soon. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the video here. So if you have enjoyed it, please do leave a like, and let us know in the comments if you prefer ADS or hipfire. I'll be interested to know. Obviously, I prefer hipfire, but not so much with this gun, but with SMG5s, etc. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.